Good morning. My name is Taylor Jones, and I am the National Honor Society President. Thank you, friends, family, Superintendent Calms, faculty, for coming to the 121st commencement ceremony. To the class of 2018, we did it. We are finally graduating. I think I can speak for all of us when I say that these 4 years of high school went by faster than we had ever imagined. I remember walking into the old school in 8th grade and thinking that these would be some of the longest years. But it feels like just yesterday that we were there and looking at all of the murals that covered the walls of the hallways. Fast forward, and our new school was being built, and we moved into the new building. We were getting our permits and licenses, and finally applying to and getting accepted into college. All of the nights we spent cramming for a test the next morning because we had procrastinated. All of the books we read and the essays we wrote. All of the lessons we learned from our teachers, but also our friends. All of the friendships that we began, ended, and mended. All of the wonderful and terrible experiences that we have had throughout our high school career and other years all led up to this one day that we never thought would come. But here it is. I stand before you today, welcoming you to our graduation. As I look at you, the class of 2018, I no longer see high school students. I see future doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers, soldiers, firefighters, police officers, and so much more. Graduation is an exciting time. It's both an ending and a beginning. It's warm memories from the past and big dreams for the future. This year we had our last experiences of high school, our last float meetings and bleeding fingers from chicken wire, our last homecoming parade, our last rallies, our last spirit weeks, our last games and performances on stage. We didn't realize we were making memories. We just knew that we were having fun. Now we are ready to experience a whole new world of firsts. Always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you will ever know. However, graduation isn't just about the students. While this day is a milestone in our young lives, we all have many to thank for helping us achieve this goal. Our parents and guardians, our siblings, our teachers and faculty, and our friends. These people have pushed us when we have given up on ourselves and reassured us that would not be the end of the world when we failed. Thank you, each and every one of you, for helping us to get to where we are today as students, but also as young adults who are ready to go off into the world. With the lessons that you all have taught us, I know the class of 2018 is off to do great things. Dale Carnegie once said, "The person who goes the furthest is generally the one who is willing to do and dare. Dare to chase your dreams. Dare to excel in life. Dare to go the extra mile. Dare to make your mark on the world, even in the smallest ways. Dare to be the best you can be, and then do it. Take pride in how far you have come, and have faith in how far you will go." It has been an honor to stand before you today. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2018. Now I would like to introduce the band who will be playing the Star-Spangled Banner. Thank you, Lunenburg High School Band. Speaking next is Sarah Hensley, our salutatorian.
Whenever we think back to the best times we had growing up, chances are it's not where we were or what we were doing that made them so memorable. It was the people we shared these experiences with. The same holds true for our successes and recognition of our achievements, such as this very big one today. Whether it was family, friends, teachers, coaches, or whoever, without all of the people in our lives to help us, support us, root us on, and celebrate with us, many of our happiest moments and successes would be greatly diminished or would not have happened at all. As we all graduate from high school and move on to our next challenges and experiences, the importance of the people in our lives continues. We need to actively seek out new friendships and relationships while never forgetting those lifelong friends who have made our lives so rich and rewarding so far. When we look around today, we see all of the many different people who have helped us become successful. We would likely be in very different positions if they had all only been concerned with themselves and their personal needs. As we take the next big step in our lives, we need to realize we have the very best role models to serve as examples of how to conduct ourselves and help others. They are all here today. Our teachers and administrators, our coaches, pastors, town leaders, volunteers, and of course, our friends and family. The world outside Lunenburg is very large and very different. However, wherever we go, it's our ability to interact with and value the people we meet along the way that will ultimately allow us to achieve our goals and make success possible. We already have the most important skill set we need to chase our dreams. We have the ability to respect, enjoy, and communicate with the people whom we are so lucky to have in our lives today. And as Dr. Seuss once said, we are off to great places. Today is our day. Our mountains are waiting, so let's get on our way. Thank you. Next, we have our class song, 5 More Minutes, by Scotty McReary.
Couple cane posts sitting down by the creek, lines in the water, watching those bobbers, seeing that red sun sink. Mama's on the porch yelling supper's hot, y'all come and get it. We yelled 5 more minutes. At 16 it was 12:03, standing at her front door. Katie's dad said midnight, but we needed just a little more. Yellow light flipping on and off, interrupting that good night kissing. We wanted 5 more minutes. Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. soon. With so much left to say, I prayed, Lord, I ain't finished, just give us 5 more minutes. Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button, moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it. Yeah, sometimes this old life will leave you wishing that you had 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Our next speaker is our valedictorian, Abigail Dwyer.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abigail Dwyer, and I'm a proud member of the class of 2018. I would like to first thank Superintendent Calms, along with the parents, teachers, administrators, friends, and family here today for coming to support the class of 2018. For me, and I'm guessing for many of you, it's taken a lot of time to fully comprehend the idea that after today, we will be high school graduates. As our year as seniors comes to a close, I wasn't too nervous for the future. I was in complete denial, refusing to recognize that in a few short weeks, we would all be walking across the stage here today at graduation. Even as I stand here now in a cap and gown, it still seems that on Monday, we will all go into class just like normal. We will all pull up into the parking lot where we recognize every car and walk into a school where we know nearly every face that passes us. We will all go to classes with teachers we have known since we were freshmen, surrounded by peers we have known for what feels like forever. But that's not the case. After today, we're done. After today, we are all officially on to the next phase of our lives, filled with new experiences and opportunities. As seniors, we are reminded that we are experiencing a new last every day. From the first day of school, we are reminded that it is our last first day of school. It's our last homecoming rally, our last football game, our last class play rehearsal, our last dance, our last day of class. It didn't really begin to sink in for me until our second to last float meeting. Our advisor, Mr. DePerry, was thanking all of the people who have helped make our story possible over these past 4 years. He told us all to look around and appreciate being together, because the next time we would all be in one place, it wouldn't be normal anymore. It would soon be a special occasion when everyone could be together. As we all looked around with tears in our eyes, looking at our best friends, it started to hit me that we would all be graduating and leaving the safe familiarity of LHS in the spring. As the year has gone on, I think we've gotten a bit more used to the idea of leaving, with new plans forming for all of us, whether it be college, the military, or the workforce. While we are all getting ready to leave home with our heads full of excitement for the future, there will also inevitably be fear. The fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of making mistakes. When I was little, I assumed that adults never made mistakes. But now, as I'm preparing to leave Lunenburg, I know that's not true. I'm going to make mistakes. Everyone sitting here in a cap and gown is going to make mistakes, and life will go on. We're lucky enough to have community that will be ready to support us when these mistakes happen. We're all lucky enough to be a part of this community here in Lunenburg, where we will always be able to come back and feel like we belong. So as we all prepare for whatever is to come next, I want to leave you with a quote from Neil Gaiman. And now go, and make interesting mistakes. Make amazing mistakes. Make glorious and fantastic mistakes. Leave the world more interesting for your being here. Thank you, and congratulations to my fellow members of the class of 2018. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the Lunenburg High School Chorus.
I'll be your bridge, your troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge or troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are I will carry you like a bridge or troubled water. I will lay me down, lay me
And now, I would like to introduce the president of the class of 2018, Ashley Blatt.
I'm gonna cry again. I've already cried twice. It's not good. And I broke my shoe. Thank you, Abigail. Hello, everyone, and on behalf of the class of 2018, I would like to thank you all for taking the time to come here today in support of all the graduates here before you. Teachers, parents, siblings, and friends, we truly could not have done it without each and every one of you. I would like to tell you all a story that dates back a little over 4 years ago when the other officers and I were newly elected to our positions and we had our first meeting with our class advisor, Mr. DePerry. It was the 2014 seniors' last day of school, and as the bell rang, they were yelling and cheering, excited to finally be done. From his room, we could hear the honking of their horns and screaming from the parking lot. As little 8th graders, it was scary, but also impossible to think that in just a few years we would be in their positions. Mr. DePerry looked us all in the eye and told us, "Those screams you hear aren't just excitement. It's also fear of what's to come. They have no idea what they're doing or where they're going to be in a few years." That was hard to swallow, especially as 14-year-olds, because growing up, you're under the impression that the seniors that are graduating know exactly what they want to do with the rest of their lives. But now, being those seniors, a lot of us are unsure of the future. However, it is important to keep in mind that it's perfectly normal to be unsure. Under all that excitement, we're all a little scared of what's to come. Living by ourselves, being away from home, not knowing that you have to leave your house at 7:43 every morning to get the last pull-through spot in the parking lot. It's new, uncharted territory. But as Alan Alda once said, you have to leave the city of your comfort and go into the wilderness of your intuition. You can't get there by bus, only by hard work and risk and by not quite knowing what you are doing. But what you will discover will be wonderful. What you'll discover will be yourself. Class of 2018, we are ready. Over the last 4 years, we have grown closer than ever. I know I will never forget the senior fire the night before the last day of school, spending time with people you don't have in your regular classes, and a lot of people realized that they wished that they had gotten to know others better throughout our years here. As our time ends, we must think about the fact that not only have we had our families and teachers by our side, but most importantly, we have had each other. As we go our separate ways, please remember that the 96 people that sit around you today will have your back. To end, I would like to leave you all a quote from Anatole France. "To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe." 2018, this is our day. Remember it, cherish it, and most importantly, celebrate it. Thank you. And now, our class treasurer, Emma Jones, will be presenting the class gift.
Good morning, everyone. It is truly a pleasure to be with all of you today and to be able to graduate with this wonderful class. We've spent 12 memorable years together, and I could not be more grateful. Even though we're leaving Lunenburg High School and going our separate ways, the class of 2018 would like to give back to our school and community who have given so much to us. The high school asked students to donate each year to Make-A-Wish, so our class thought that this would be an excellent addition. Part of our class gift is a donation of $300 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Our class also decided to help extend the class gift from 2017 by purchasing one additional banner to be placed around the school. These banners are small flags that attach to the side of posts showcasing the pride of the school all around campus. The final part of our gift is an industrial copy machine. It will reside in the library equipped with many features for all students to use in years to come. This gift is the Class of 2018's final thank you to the library and library staff for providing numerous hours of help over the years into the school for creating a helpful learning environment with unforgettable memories. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce our class advisor, Mr. DePerry.
Realizing how short I am. Good morning, 2018. We have come to refer to the past 4 years as our story, a class branding that was first applied in the fall of 2014 as the slogan for your Toy Story-themed freshman homecoming float. Toy Story is still as fresh and relatable today as it was when it was released in 1995. It is universal in its themes of growing up, playfulness, laughter, and helping one another to achieve a common goal. Our story has come to represent shared ties through relationships and experiences, and our story began far before freshman year. The millennial generation comprises of those who were born between the years 1982 and 2004. You and I are, in fact, members of the same generation, albeit on opposite ends. The year you were born, I was a freshman at Lunenburg High School, learning firsthand how rewarding involvement in extracurricular activities like student leadership, float, sports, theater, and I guess that's it, could be. Years later, when I was in college, I learned that my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Harrigan, was set to retire. I came home for one last visit and read a story to the children in her class and drew pictures of Minnie Mouse and SpongeBob SquarePants. You were that class. In 2008, when I was hired to return to Lunenburg High School to teach visual art, I befriended another new hire, Mr. Sparks, at orientation. And that November, he brought his third grade class to the high school so that my advanced placement art class could teach them how to paint with watercolor. You were that class. You see, our story began long before 2014. Much of your high school experience transpired according to the basic plot of any Lunenburg High School narrative. Each of your 4 floats saw an increase in your creativity and construction skills and strengthening of the bond between classmates and parents. The cast and crew size grew for each of your 3 class plays, and the resourcefulness and creativity of student leadership enabled us to sponsor a number of events, including this year's Powder Puff Game, semi-formal, and prom. There have been countless academic, musical, and athletic achievements. To me, our story was composed of 2 themes, family and imagination. We explored these themes most deliberately on stage in your class plays. Against a backdrop of colorful characters and absurd events, your class plays examined a myriad of family dynamics. None of these families were perfect, but they supported each other in times of struggle. Our story directly connected family with dreams. Admittedly, sometimes family might not have wanted to be connected to our dreams. I wonder if family really wanted to be connected to our dreams of building floats at 11:30 on a Friday night after already having put in a 60-hour work week, or sitting through a 2-hour hypnotist event that was attended only by those of us who planned it. But regardless, family was there, providing unconditional support. Graduates, if you look at the crowd gathered here this morning, you will see the faces of people who have helped you to become the exceptional young men and women you are today. As you embark on your next adventures, do not forget the unconditional support that they have given and will continue to give you in the coming years. Aside from those important chapters, what I have come to cherish most about our story is our waves to one another from opposite ends of the hallway in between classes. Although we did not always have time for words, we were never too busy to express how glad we were to see one another. Not everything in life will be epic and exciting. It is in these less exciting times where character development is established. The smaller moments are those that compel us to care about what will happen next to the characters we have grown to love. After many triumphs, tears, and twists in the page-turner that was our story, we have reached the end. Now what? Now it's your story. In this yet-to-be-written sequel, you as protagonists will embark on new adventures in different states and forge new relationships with characters you've yet to meet. You will establish your new lives all over the country and perhaps around the world. Graduation is the inciting incident of your story, the push that will force you into unfamiliar territory to discover a new identity, a new life. What will be your compass as you navigate this world? What will drive you forward? At graduation, it is common and natural to focus on career paths, on past and future success. And what happens when you achieve these things? What if you don't? Who will be by your side? The dreams of your story will be guided by an understanding of your own identity and value system, which have been established by your family and life experience. The world can be a difficult and cynical place, so don't lose the sense of wonder that you had when you were freshmen. Life was new and exciting and filled with such potential. Over the last 4 years, you have discovered many talents, from academic studies, athletics, singing, acting, and swing dancing. Life beyond Lunenburg High School may be challenging at times, and it is important to maintain your sense of humor, play, and passion. In 2022, at age 22, you will be seniors in college. In 2060, you will turn 60 and be eligible for senior discounts. In 2084, you will be 84. And hopefully by then, you will have finally won HQ. I don't know what will unfold in your story, but you can always reread our story. Flip through the pages, the best parts, and recall the lessons. You may discover that the events in your future were foreshadowed in your past. After all, who would have thought that a 21-year-old college kid and a classroom full of 6-year-olds would ever have more stories in common beyond that one afternoon in 2006? It has been one of the great blessings and honors of my life to have been able to get to know the class of 2018 and work with you every day for the last 5 years. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me and my family to be part of our story. I will look back on my time with you with fondness for the rest of my life, and I wish you every success and happiness in all of your future endeavors. Thank you. Lunenburg High School Principal Mr. Brian Spadafino will now offer his remarks.
Good morning. I was about 37 seconds from getting run out of town and having graduation in the gym and cramming everybody that's here outside in this beautiful, beautiful morning in the gym. So thank God we made a good call. All right, I want to start by congratulating the families and friends of the graduating seniors. Without your guidance, discipline, encouragement, and friendship, this day would not be possible. The class of 2018 is exceptional in every way, and it is a reflection of all the love and support they've been shown. And congratulations to the class of 2018. Today is about you. It is time to celebrate and reflect on your accomplishments, close one chapter in your story, and begin to write the next chapter. I'm so proud of all of you. As I said on Tuesday night at Baccalaureate, earning a Lunenburg High School diploma means that you all have solid academic foundations. I believe that you've been educated in one of the finest school systems in the Commonwealth. You've learned lots of content. You've been taught how to think critically and how to solve problems. But most importantly, I know you've learned what it means to be good citizens. The character of this class, in my opinion, is unmatched. This is what makes you truly special and what gives me hope for the future. I don't think it's just a cliche that you can go out and change the world. With every fiber of my being, I know that you can change the world in a positive way. Pablo Picasso once said, "Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up." So that begs the question, why must we grow up? People might say we grow up and mature so that we can become productive adults who can earn a good living for our families. While that's somewhat true and noble, why can't we have it both ways? Why can't you be successful in life and stay young and passionate? I've seen way too many adults become jaded, become negative. And when folks become jaded, they need to recalibrate and get back to basics. Get back to what we ask our children or students to do. And we ask our kids to follow their passions, be kind and compassionate to others, treat others with respect, go out and play, use social media for good, not engage in negativity, stand up for others, treat others with respect, view situations from multiple points of view, write thank yous and notes of appreciation, to not take yourself so seriously, to admit your mistakes, learn from them, and try not to repeat them, to get out of your comfort zone. You will surprise yourself with the things you can actually do, and it will encourage you to take more risks, to continue to be creative. And if there is ever a class advisor to exemplify creativity, it's Mr. DePerry. And to help others. Just a quick personal story. A few weeks ago, my kids, many of you have actually seen them grow up, attending games and performances, encouraged me to engage in Relay for Life. Actually, that's a little bit of a lie. When I say they encouraged me, I mean they designed a website, formed a team, named me captain, and signed us up for an overnight fundraising experience. This is why I was unable to attend the Art and Music Expo. The crazy thing is, had I known the date of the event before my kids committed me to Relay for Life, I probably would have said to wait until next year, when it fit better. While I apologize for not making the Art and Music Expo, I'm happy that I didn't put it off. We had an amazing experience, and it was all spearheaded by my kids, 9 and 12 years old, who have a passion for helping people and trying something new. I would have never done it if not for my kids. I've donated money before, but I've never engaged in the whole experience. Life is about doing, and I pray that you continue to follow your passions, stay young at heart, stay positive, take risks, be creative, and don't grow up. You're an amazing class and very, very special in my heart, and I am so proud of you. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2018. It has been an honor to speak to you today. Superintendent Collins, I certify that the students before you from the class of 2018 have fulfilled their graduation requirements and are eligible for graduation.
Just 2 more minutes. I timed it. Trust me. Congratulations, class of 2018. It's an honor to be here with you on this joyous occasion. To the family, friends, faculty, and officials gathered here today, welcome. And I also thank you for all you've done to support these young people over the years. Class of 2018, the day belongs to you. In the words of Jonathan Huey, we celebrate endings, for they precede new beginnings. We gather here today to acknowledge, to thank, and to celebrate you. We applaud your classroom achievements and your creative talents, which have brightened our world. Your music and stage performances entertained, engaged, and enriched our lives these last 4 years. Your athleticism, sportsmanship, and teamwork brought us much joy as we cheered for you, our Blue Knights. You have honored the proud traditions of Lunenburg High School, and you have set the bar high for the students who follow. You have done everything we've asked and of you and more. It's very important for you to know that we celebrate not only your achievements and talents, we celebrate the fine women and men you've become. We admire your courage in times of trouble and discord. We rejoiced in the friendships and the positive relationships you developed over the school years. I want you to know that the care and compassion you've shown one another on numerous occasions deeply moved us and touched our hearts. Thank you for making a positive difference in your school and in your community. As we celebrate your graduation, we also look forward with hope for your future. As you begin your next chapter, stay strong, stay courageous. Dream not only for yourselves, but for your community and your nation. Stay involved, volunteer, serve others. Never doubt your capacity to make a difference when you exchange fear with generosity and replace cynicism with hope. Live each day filled with meaning and purpose. Class of 2018, I wish you well on your journey. Congratulations, good luck, and Godspeed. Ms. Soroka, having been certified for graduation, these members of the class of 2018 are eligible to receive their diplomas.
Perfect. So we ready, everyone? Superintendent, we ready? Okay, here we go. Shauna Rose Hennessy. Cassandra Bridget DiGeronimo. Isabel Emma Haas. Mackenzie Lee Hausman. Kristen Elizabeth Melanson. Brianna Anus. Sierra Rose Champagne. Kayla Rose Gray. Haley Layla McKenzie. Molly Grace Masciarelli. Leah Catherine Hoover. Hannah Angelina Roan. Maureen Victoria D'Agostino. Abigail LeBon Dwyer. Jocelyn Marie LaCroix. Olivia Marie Proctor. Victoria Ann Regopoulos. Olivia Marie Regopoulos. Hannah Elizabeth Begley. Caitlin Ashley Koppenrath. Mallory Bell Epstein. Julia Renee LeBlanc. Isabel Dolores Bodkin. Taylor Renee Jones. Devin Mackenzie Peterson. Caitlin Joanna James. Jacob Daniel Barnes. Luke Roy Marshall. Adam Matthew Poplowski. Matthew Scott Chase. Owen Ray Parker. Maxwell William Bolus. William Richard Broden. Tristan Spencer Crouch. Daniel M. Hill. Christopher Paul McAuliffe. Alexander John Royce. Zachary Robert Tatro. Sean Gregory Bingham. Sarah Elizabeth Morse. Emma Elizabeth Jones. Sarah Elizabeth Blomgren. Justin Stephen Bishop. Trenton Joseph Pulcher. Kevin Raymond Bowsam. Connor James Palmer. Gabrielle Markey Oliva. Jessica Emily Fager. Rebecca Alina Handy. Emily Lynn Marino. Alice Marie Renard. Jessica Rose Antonori. Ariana Rose Victoria Farr. Sarah May Hinsley. Isabel Saniva McGann. Kelly Ann Gearin. Jessica Elena Tibbetts. Francesca Lynn Storms. Kimberly Silva DePaula. Olivia Nicole Hayes. Elise Marie Lilly. Sophie Ann Shapiro. Kayla Marie Robison. Jacqueline Ann Gray. Ashley Myra Blatt. Madeline Rose Dame. Raymond Walter Kelly. Drew Mackenzie Tebow. Emma Virginia Houston. J. Lynn Leung. Alexander Dieter Ryan. Michael Howard Longley. Jake Henry Netter. Noah Smith Benson. Troy Joseph Howard. Jake William Valley. Nathan Howard Bordelaise. Robert Patrick Carpenter. Nicholas Emmanuel Gonzalez. William Harrison Huntington. Stephen Thomas Olson. Mike Allen Tenney Kegmeni. Zachary Joseph Vasquez. Brett William Holman. Clayton Gen Wang. Ian Michael Jarvis. Ryan Daniel Judkins. Ethan Mason Gengler. Nathaniel Carlin Fortin. George Edward Tibbetts III. Stephen Michael Hitchcock. William James Cochran. I'm going to wait till they get back. Yep. At this time, I'd like to ask the class of 2018 to please rise. At this time, class of 2018, can you please move your tassel from the right side to the left side? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the class of 2018. Dale.
You guys may sit. Now I'd like to introduce our class secretary, Kayla Robeson.
Good morning. I am Kayla Robeson, Secretary of the Class of 2018. When thinking of our class, I think of a group of individuals full of passion, hope, and determination. It is hard to be here today, ending our journey at Lunenburg High School and saying goodbye to you all. We could not have done it on our own, as our parents have been there supporting us and encouraging us from the beginning. Thank you to every parent that had to listen to us complain and still be there with helpful advice. You were our first teachers and continue to teach us valuable lessons as we grow as young adults. I would also like to thank our teachers for always pushing us to become the greatest versions of ourselves. Thank you for stepping out of your job description to be there for us when we had more personal and confidential issues. Even with chronic senioritis,
Our teachers continue to support us and help us reach our greatest potential as students. Our teachers not only taught us Algebra 1 and World History, but they taught us life skills and lessons that will stay with us for a lifetime. So I thank every teacher, from kindergarten to now, for guiding us and encouraging us to be ourselves and for giving us the confidence we need for success. We can often overlook the impact our administration has on our lives. With much respect, I want to thank our administrators for making our school a safe, positive, and constructive environment that promotes growth in every student. Over our 5 years in the high school, we have bonded with you and appreciate everything you do to keep our learning community cheerful and secure. We'll miss seeing your smiling faces every day. The success as a class would not be possible without our backbone, greatest supporter, and class advisor, Mr. DePerry. Words cannot describe the amount of work, dedication, stress, and love you put into our class. Living an hour away, and you are still at every float meeting until 8 o'clock, and at every class play rehearsal until 9. You would never give up on us and always gave us hope for achieving our goals. So thank you, Mr. DePerry, for taking a chance on 2018. We are extremely lucky to call you our class advisor and will greatly miss you. Lastly, I would like to thank my class for being more like family than friends. We can bicker and disagree, but in the end, I would not have wanted to grow up with any other group of people. I cannot thank you enough for the memories and support you have given me. As we go on our separate paths this fall, I take with me a special place in my heart for my 18s. Thank you. And now, I would like to introduce our Vice President, Cassandra DiGeronimo.
Thank you, Kayla. Good morning. I hope everyone is enjoying this graduation ceremony. I am sure most of you at this point are wondering how many more speeches are left. Well, I'm here to tell you I'm the last one, and don't worry, I won't take too long. First, can we get a round of applause for the class of 2018 Lunenburg High School graduates? We have all worked so hard to get where we are today. To my fellow classmates, congratulations. We did it, and today is finally here. I can't believe how 4 years can feel as if it went by slow and fast at the same time. 4 years ago, we were all just starting our high school experience. Freshman year, we learned how to develop good study habits, as we also discovered how high school was a lot different than middle school. Sophomore year, we became more engaged in activities. Junior year, we grew in knowledge, and senior year, we got to wrap it all up. All throughout, we hit the books constantly, and now we can all finally say our studying and hard work has paid off. Just 14 days ago, we finished our senior year of high school, and now these few short minutes are the last of our high school experience. Take a second to soak it all in. Think about the memories you have shared with family, teachers, classmates, and friends. As a class, we built floats together, we acted in class plays together, and excitedly cheered in homecoming and Thanksgiving rallies. We were able to understand each other because we've gone through various things as a class. This year, we got to bond in a way we never had before because we all had something we were excited about, something we all had in common: graduation. Now think of all the new memories and accomplishments we will be making in the next stage of our lives. This upcoming stage is where we further our strengths and work on our weaknesses. Every one of us has different talents and passions that we can pass on in this world and in society. These qualities are what differentiate us from one another. They are what make us unique. Thank you, parents, for all of the love and support you have given us. You are the ones who have supported us through it all. We are the strong young adults you see today because of your influence.
Today is a remarkable day because we were able to walk across the stage and receive our diplomas. Our diplomas are a great symbol that reflects a chapter successfully accomplished in our lifetime. And now, on to the next chapter of our lives. But before we do that, let's enjoy and let's get ready to throw our caps up high. This is our day as graduates. Thank you.